wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'm in these.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5. Yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Before they go, look, can't go toast. Give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like, well, wait, that's the line, 20.
Brady now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
1st down, 49ers.
Wait, that 380.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up 2nd.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Exit, exit.
Now Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Allen. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. It's a gain of 5. brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen, that one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Allen's pass.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the first.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A loss of 2
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
27-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Keep it up, guys. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Allen going to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Josh Allen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Brady now on first down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down, 49ers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 22 yards. And a 49er first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will make it into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Allen now looks to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Justin Tucker.
That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great. You've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Number 84.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
San Francisco.
Wait, 20. Right, 58, right there. They can't hang with us. 58, back there, reload.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Fires the mic.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
49er first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
From 17 yards out. And the 49ers get a score closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, let's go. Shoot.
They'll run it again with Barkley. 7 yards on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check, lucky. Check 26, check 26.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Check 99. Check 99.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Check 53. Alert. Check 37.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
He was brought down.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Leonard Fournette. Jackson, option right. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Giants are able to grow their lead. Just solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Number 40.
Give him a yard down to the 43. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
43-yard line.
I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch him stir out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murk, at the gate, on sight. Red, free, red, tight, set the bar, take flight.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Silver, check 24, check 24.
Here's Allen to throw it. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be...
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down inside the 30. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start